Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to the second episode that is going to be approximately 15 minutes long in total. But let's go ahead and continue back on. And skip through pretty much all this dialogue. Just another day as I head out the door for my classes. Oh, good morning, Max. Sally, good morning. On your way to class as well? Looks like Sally... Oh, I completely forgot to start the timer. That's an epic fail on my part, so it's going to be a bit longer than 15 minutes, but the other one was also longer than 15 minutes, so who cares? Looks like Sally left just before I did. I jog a bit to catch up with her as we make our way towards campus. Actually, I've got to get down to the farming garden. My boss wants me to get some serious weeding done, and I don't want to be there all day. Oh yeah, you work there, don't you? How'd you land that job? My dad runs a vegetable farm. It seems like a pretty natural way to make some money aside from my scholarships. I actually started there over the summer, helped me make some moving in money. That makes sense. Hey, think you could put in a good word for me? I'm not sure how I'd get into a job like that otherwise. Well, it's a pretty active job. There's a lot of running around or hard labor to be done. I've got a day of weeding ahead of me, for instance, and that's not easy at all. Get used to running around and keeping yourself in shape. We can teach you how to garden properly, but if you don't have the stamina to keep up, you'll never get a job there. Well, I can certainly try to be active. There you go. It might not seem related, but the football team needs a water person. I'll definitely get you up on your, it'll definitely get you up on your feet, keeping up with those guys. And the thing is, our farm doesn't have a good automatic irrigation system, so you'll probably find yourself running around the farm watering the plants like you would the football players. Though I'd probably get more intelligent conversation from the plants. Ha! Ouch. Be nice. Though it is always nice to talk to the plants. It helps them grow. We've almost made it to the main building. I'm just about to ask where Sally and I will split up when I notice that we're actually right in front of the campus cafe. Speaking of work, isn't this where Isabella works? We both look inside the window to see Isabella shuffling around the relatively busy cafe, one plate in her hand. Just as we're looking in, though, she looks out. As soon as she spots us, she beams and waves us over with her free hand. Sally waves back and starts to walk towards the door. Isabella walks the plate over and puts it down in front of a large man in a jersey. Oh, great. Looks like Chad is here, too. Ain't that just perfect? Ugh. I don't know if I'm up for dealing with Isabella's boyfriend. Hey, Max, you coming? Sally's already at the door looking back at me. I take another look inside. Isabella's still talking to Chad. She won't notice if I just bail. It's not like I've got any reason to run, though. Maybe I can show that asshole Chad that he's got some real competition. Okay, let's see. I may potentially decide to just go and play this event anyway. So, but let's see what I get with a roll of the dice first. Got a 4. We'll roll one more time because I think this event is actually a fairly important event, potentially. So, I'd like to go and actually see what I get. A 2 now. Okie dokie. So yeah, we'll play it. Like I said, I think it's a fairly important event, which is kind of one of the reasons why I would like to do it nonetheless. Even if the dice tell me no. Yeah, hold the door. I'm not going to pussyfoot around just because that stupid jerk is in there. Morning, Isabella. Hey guys, good to see you. Grab a table, I'll be over in a sec. She winks at us and heads behind the counter to grab someone else's order. Sally and I make our way over to one of the few free tables. It just so happens it's right next to the table Chad's sitting at. You must be Chad. Got it in one. You seen me on the field? We're actually Isabella's roommates. Oh yeah, she's told me about you guys. He sticks out his hand and Sally shakes it. As I move over to shake his hand, he retracts it and just gives me a nod instead. Sup, bro? I just nod in return. He gives me a smirk like I've played right into his hands and turns back to his own plate. Have I mentioned I hate that dude? Sally and I settle into our own table just as Isabella comes over. What'll it be? Soy latte, please. What have you got for breakfast? The basics, eggs and bacon, some pretty good toast. Yeah, that sounds good. Coming right up. You guys say hi to Chad. Yep, just introduced ourselves. I try to grin. I think I grimace. Isabella chuckles. How's it going, Max? Oh, you know, I'm... Hey, Sweet Cheeks, want to grab me another coffee? You serve up the best stuff. Oh, yeah, sure thing. You gotta start paying for it, though. Boss says you don't get a free ride here. What? Come on. Oh, shut up. You'll get my discount at least. Wait, there's a discount? No dice, Mr. Slick. Rip off. Isabella goes to get Chad's coffee. As she goes past him, he takes the chance to swat her once on the ass. I guess that's supposed to be playful. He smirks at me just after he's done it. Hey, watch it, Chad. Not while I'm on duty, remember? Sorry, cutie. I guess I'm supposed to rise to that bait, but I'm not honestly sure if it's worth it. He probably wants me to start something, but that won't get me anywhere but thrown out. And given his size, possibly dead. I really can't believe this guy. Fine. If the only way to show Isabella that Chad's a jackass is to play his game, then whatever. Game on. I could flirt with Isabella directly and see what Chad does. Oh, I just had a thought. I could try the indirect approach and try to make Isabella jealous. Throw a few compliments at Sally and see what she does. Which tactic to take? Well, considering Isabella practically hates us anyway, well, I say that, but at zero relation, and Sally's at max relation, or well, not max, excuse me, but we actually have some relation with her, or relationship points with her. I'd kind of rather just go with the make Isabella jealous, because I think that method makes or increases your relation with Sally, but I don't know. A 2, which is to compliment Isabella. Let's roll one more time, though. A 6, make Isabella jealous. Yeah, the indirect approach is best. It's effective with the least trouble caused. So, how are classes going, Sally? You seem like you've definitely got your stuff together. I figure you're probably acing it. Huh. I wish. I don't do too badly. I think my GPA is doing all right. I'm taking a few sociology classes this quarter, and it's kind of busting my hump. You'll get it for sure. You've got a good head on your shoulders. Well, thanks for saying so. Here you go, Chad. Drink it slow. It won't be off shift, or I won't be off shift for a few hours. Strike now. Besides, if worse comes to worse, you can always just flirt with your professor. He sees those pretty big green eyes coming for him. You've got an A+ easy. What? I would never. Sally reaches out to slap at me playfully. I notice Isabella looking at our table with a smile, but I make very sure to only look at Sally. Oh, please, you've got feminine wiles for miles. A pretty blonde with a nice body? You'd have him wrapped around your finger in a second. Sally must be maybe protesting, but she's blushing lightly while she does it. I would never do that, though. What's the point of coming to a college if I can't actually make it? Okay, I hear ya. Like I said, that's the worst case scenario. I'm sure you'll get it just fine. Well, thanks. Here's your food, Max. Latte for Sally. I'm not noticing bacon or egg. I'm noticing what looks like dessert with some coffee or tea. As she hands me my food, she makes sure to lean extra far for the table. Meanwhile, I make sure I only look at Sally. Huh? Oh, thanks, Isabella. Thanks, Isabella. Oh yeah, it's working. Chad frowns at Isabella, then at me, then at Isabella again. As soon as Isabella figures out I'm not going to raise to her bait, she goes back to behaving normally. But there's definitely some disappointment there. What about you? How are your classes going? Oh, I think I'm doing alright. Honestly, though, I don't think my grades are going to be that good. I'm not the greatest at studying. Oh, come on. You just have to put your mind to it. You've got that. or you've got the right energy for it. You have a band, right? That takes a lot of dedication and hard work, am I right? Yeah, that's true. So focus on studying with that dedication. You'll get ahead in no time. See, didn't I say you're more than smart enough? You're not a dummy either, Max. You may convince me of that yet. We continue to talk about our classes as I eat. Isabella may have come around a few more times, but honestly, I kind of stopped noticing while I was talking to Sally. Once I finish up, we make our exit. We both wave goodbye to Isabella, who waves goodbye a little half-heartedly. Sally and I go in opposite directions after leaving the cafe. I have to wonder if Sally caught on to what I was going for when I first started up. Then again, I think by the time I was done, I'd forgotten what I was going for anyway. Oh well, I'll think about it later. And trying to think, I know there's a big event that happens that I'm not even gonna roll the dice for. To be honest, because it's another one that is, I honestly think, fairly big. It's nice to get the place to myself once in a while. The house is quiet tonight. Dominic is at a housing authority meeting that should take most of the night. Isabella's out with Chad. Rakesh wandered out the door earlier in the evening wearing all black and holding a paint roller. I have no idea what he's up to, and I don't think I want to know. Sally's had a sit-in on campus protesting some guy's illegal imprisonment. I didn't ask him any questions about it. I don't really care about that stuff. In the meantime, I've got the place to myself, which means I can finally make some noise without somebody getting on my case about it. A little nap on the common room couch to recharge the batteries, and I'll plug in the amp and really jam for a while. I'm feeling pretty pumped as I put my plan together while I grab a quick snack from the kitchen. Oh, I'm gonna make some noise tonight. It's gonna give you suckers such a fright. Get a little bitty nap to take, then I'm gonna make the house shake. Oh, not too much shaking, I hope. That's a cute song, though. Issa, Dom, Rakesh, Sally. Damn it! Oh, geez, I didn't know you were still here. Yeah, hey, I thought I had the place to myself, too. I guess it's just you and me, then? Yeah. Well, this is embarrassing. I can't believe she caught me singing like a crappy 10-year-old. Hey, I was gonna go take care of a couple things in my room. This was just a quick snack. You want to hang out a bit, though? We can have dinner together or something. I gotta make a better impression than this. She's such a shy girl. Being alone in the house with me, she might think I'm just a creep who wants to avoid her or something. Sure, sounds like fun. This is a little awkward. We didn't get off to the best start. Okay, see you back down here in an hour or so. Hopefully when we get back together, it won't be so bad. Okay. This is probably important if you're going for Anne, but really we're not going into this with any real plans for any specific individual, so it doesn't really matter too much. 1, so play event. I needed that nap. Now I'm feeling a bit more up to speed. I kick some of my clothes into a corner and make a note to wash that stuff later. Just as my hand is reaching for the doorknob, though, I hear a quiet, timid knock from the other side. Oh, hey, Anne. I was just coming out to hang out. Oh. I was going to say that you don't have to. I mean, I could study some more, or... What? No. Come on, let's go see if we can throw together a decent meal. Okay. She doesn't seem disappointed or like she wants to call it off. I think she's just being shy. With these really shy ones, you've got to take the lead or they'll never get anywhere. I put my arm around Anne's shoulder and lead her towards the stairs. Besides, I've got to play it cool after that ridiculous display earlier. Together we head downstairs and into the kitchen. A little scrounging turns up a fairly decent meal with little muss or fuss. We sit down with our meals next to each other on a big couch in the common room. So, how are classes? Ugh, don't ask. Not great, huh? Is it really hard? Of course it'd be hard. It doesn't help that I'm not really interested in the classes I'm taking. It all adds up to pretty crappy grades, but I'm not going to tell her that. She'll get concerned about it. It's no picnic, but I'll pull through. It's probably time for a subject change. Well, I'm sure you'll get through. Kind of weird to have the place to ourselves, huh? Yeah, I know. I was hoping I could let my sexiness run free, but I guess I'll have to keep it in check. Well, I guess you should hold it in. There goes the alarm. Oh, jeez, she's too shy. She's not giving me anything to work with. This is getting too awkward. And it's cute, but I don't know what she expected to happen here. Maybe I should just call this a night, or maybe I should go on the attack? I don't know. We watch the TV quietly for a while. There's nothing interesting on. We just watch it. Things aren't going to change if I don't do something. Okie dokie, let's see what I get. I think Just Quit Now doesn't hurt relation, and doing imitations helps. But let's see what I get. 5, so do imitations. Alright, I haven't had to break out this one in a while. Hey, hang on a sec, I'll be right back. I'm not going to let an awkward night give that cutie some kind of complex. That would be a crime against dudes everywhere. Besides, she's nice. I actually want her to have a good time. What's up? Why'd you grab your guitar? Okay, guess this one. I thrust my hips back and forth while I play a couple of chords. Thank you very much. Somebody get me a hunka cheeseburger. And it actually starts laughing and clapping. Oh man, that's a great Elvis. Where'd you learn to play like that? Oh, I learned all the greats. Who am I now? I toss my hair down in front of my eyes and play a couple of grunge chords. Oh man, Seattle is so lame. Smells like teens and spirit or whatever. That's terrible. Do you even know anything about Cobain? Hey, I'm practically an expert. Actually, I really only know his music. I can tell. Do another. Do another. I do a couple more impressions. Hendrix, Slash. At one point, Anne grabs my guitar and does a pretty good impression of John Jett, even if she can't play it worth a damn. Of course, I can't let that stand, so I get in behind her and teach her a few of the more famous chords so she can try it again. I kind of like having this cutie up close. She smells nice. She's also a fast learner, picking up the chords pretty quickly. She tries the impression again, this time giving her guitar a few proper licks. So really, where'd you learn all those impressions? Like I said, I love music. I learned all the grades. Actually, some of those bits were how I convinced my parents to let me take guitar lessons when I was a kid. I taught myself a few basics enough to know I wanted to be great, but not enough to get me there. So, you know, lessons. Aw, that's a sweet story. Well, no need to go throwing it around. So, how long have you been practicing anyway? Impressions never failed to break the ice. It's true that I used it to convince my parents. It's also true that I learned to do that stuff specifically because it always impressed. Anne and I talk about our musical history, what our favorite songs are, what kind of music we like, whatever. Honestly, once we get talking, we just started blabbing for hours. Finally, around midnight, we both start yawning pretty badly. It's getting pretty late, huh? Thanks for hanging out with me, Max. I had a lot of fun. Hey, no problem. I did too. I like talking with you. Definitely. We'll have to do it again sometime. For now, though, I think it's time I make my way to bed. Couldn't agree more, cutie. Your bed or mine? Oh my god, you don't quit. Maybe next time, Music Man. I'll hold you to that. She chuckles and winks at me as she goes back up the stairs. score 1 for this ladies, man. Time to get some shut-eye myself, though. I don't know. Do I want to go and let it finish off the week? I'm not sure if there's another event on Sunday. Or, well, I guess just an event on Sunday. Yeah, no, we're not going to let it finish off the week because I'm not sure if there's an event. But so that's going to be all, as always. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, farewell. And, well, yeah, actually, that's it, yeah. Farewell.